Hi Gemini, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading for August. Hope everybody is doing well. I will take a quick second, Gemini, to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every single Gemini out there, so take what resonates for you. Leave the rest for someone else. Keep in mind that the energies can reverse in a general reading. And as always, Gemini, please don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Gemini? Gemini. All right, Gemini, you are starting out with the Magician. You have the Moon in reverse. And coming out together is the Six of Wands reversed along with the Queen of Wands. All right, so I feel like you have had some sort of an epiphany here about why something hasn't been successful and what it is that you need to do about this situation. You're definitely manifesting. You're in your power as well. And I feel like you're highly, highly manifesting right now. But it's based upon something that was revealed to you or something that, some sort of an epiphany that came out. And it has to do with this Queen of Wands and why this is not successful. So let's see who's in your energy. You could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, or a Sagittarius. Show me who is in Gemini's energy, please. Yeah, I feel like you're dealing with somebody you're highly attracted to, but there's a lack of success. And you're figuring it out. All right, so the person in your energy, we have the Three of Coins, we have the Tower in reverse, and the Two of Wands in the reverse. So this is somebody who is definitely working on their stability. I do feel like they're working on their finances, their money, their stability. I do feel like they're being very cooperative with that process, and they're willing to be cooperative with you as well. This could be somebody you had an established foundation with, or you currently do. With the Tower in reverse, this person has definitely gone through some sort of tower moment, and they're trying to recover from it. Now, this tower, collapsed because it was not built on a solid foundation. And now they're wanting to rebuild this on a solid foundation. I get the feeling that this is somebody you're currently involved with, but it could be someone from your past. With the Two of Wands here in the reverse, this person has made the decision to, definitely rebuild something with you. They want to cooperate. They want to work together with you. Let me see. They're enacting some sort of plan. So this person has plans, and they're enacting those plans. All right, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse between the two of you. So there's love here, but nobody's expressing it. You're manifesting this person. You're manifesting the, communication. You're trying to manifest this person reaching out to you. I feel like neither of you are really reaching out, but there's definitely love here. There's definitely love here. What's affecting the connection is the High Priestess. This person may appear to be very mysterious to you. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Definitely some Scorpio energy here, but this person is kind of keeping silent. You're kind of keeping silent. You're beginning to understand this person a little bit deeper, but I feel like, right now you're both acting intuitively. Your outcome is the Empress. Beautiful. Very beautiful energy. That is an energy of growth. It's an energy of building. It's an energy of, receiving and nurturing and loving. So I do like this for you. I do. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Wands in the reverse. This is underlying energy. This does indicate that there has been an ending or something was destabilized. I definitely see that in this person's energy. You could have been married to this person or in a long-term connection with them, but there's this energy here of this person wanting to rebuild this. And I do see a lot of nurturing energy coming in by the end of the week. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Magician here for Gemini? All right, 5 of Swords, 4, there's that 4 of Wands. So it's in your energy. So there was an argument here between you and this person. I feel like it was a rather brutal argument. I feel like you were determined to win this argument at all cost, and it was at all costs. There was an ending here, so it became destabilized, but there's still feelings, there's still emotions. You're just not sharing them. And I have to be honest, it is showing that you're manifesting this person, but you could be a little bit in your ego. Let's see why the moon is in reverse. Justice in reverse. And the 10 of Cups. Yeah, this person makes you happy. This is somebody, and you're keeping it quiet. You're almost secretive about it. And I feel like Gemini, you may be feeling like either this person did you wrong, they weren't treating you properly, or you may feel that you've done something wrong, and it could be this ego energy here. There's a sense here of it being unbalanced because somebody wasn't behaving in the way that they should. So there was an injustice done, either to you or by you. But the bottom line is you're realizing that this person is your happiness. But for some reason, you don't want to come towards them and tell them that. You're kind of keeping that to yourself, but intuitively, you know that this person is your happiness. Show me the bottom energy for Gemini. All right, we have the 4 of Cups. We have the Queen of Cups. And we have the 8 of Cups. Wow. So you've got 2 queens here, Gemini. There's 2. There's the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer energy. I'm also seeing Taurus, Libra energy. And then there's this Queen of Wands. So I do feel like there is love between you and this person, but you're trying to decide basically between 2 people here. I do feel like you may feel this person who is in your energy didn't recognize what you were bringing to the table. They didn't, value what you were bringing. So you're looking back at the past, and now in your mind, it's almost like a third-party situation. You have someone new and you have someone here from the past. This person would be the person from your past. You've had an ending with this person, and it ended rather brutally, all right? So now in your mind, you're trying to decide, should you continue forward with this Queen of Wands, or should you look at this person from the past? And ultimately, you're deciding to walk away from this person that's in your energy, even though you love that person. And I feel like it's because you feel that this person didn't treat you right. So you realize you love this person. You realize this person was your happiness. Intuitively, you want to move towards them. You could even share children with this person, but ultimately you're walking away from this person who is in your energy in order to be with this Queen of Wands. Now, it doesn't mean it's necessarily a female. It could be, but there's no gender. It's just that the Queen of Wands is the new person. So let me look at this person's energy, because I strongly feel like this is the Queen of Cups. Let me see. Why is the 3 of Coins here for the person in Gemini's energy? Yeah, Ace of Pentacles reversed and the 6 of Swords. This person is trying to move forward into their own peace. They're moving away from the connection. Now, they realize that they love you too, but they're determined that they're not reaching out. They're working on their own stability, their own peace, and they feel like in order to do that, they have to move forward. They felt like there was no stability in this connection. Yeah, I feel like if they had, if things went the way they wanted them to go, they would move towards the stability with you. They would bring this connection into a more peaceful place. But because of the way things ended, the conflict that was between the two of you, the lack of stability, the tower moment, they're basically saying, no, I have to work at my own foundation. I have to move forward if I'm going to have peace. So neither of you are expressing the feelings and emotions, even though they're here. Why is the Tower in reverse for the person in Gemini's energy? Okay, Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Sun. Yeah, this person could be moving towards somebody new. Yeah, there's somebody new in their energy that they're moving towards because they feel like it's going to make them happy. And ultimately, their own peace and happiness appears to be very important to them. And they're placing that over, you know, whatever's taking place over here. There is some stuck energy. They have not completely rebuilt themselves from this Tower moment. So they're still trying to do that. There's some stuck energy with that. I feel like this person feels like everything crumbled to the ground between the two of you because it wasn't built on a strong foundation. So they are attempting to build their own foundation here. But they feel like they have to move away from you in order to do that. This person may appear to be very mysterious to you in some manner. Let me see why this Two of Wands is here in reverse. This is somebody who feels that you're not choosing them or you didn't choose them. And that's highly likely because there are the two queens here. There's the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. The Star card in reverse and the Strength card. So yeah, this person is trying to be very strong throughout this. They're working on themselves. They're working on their own foundation. But the truth is they're still a little bit in stuck energy because they feel like you crushed their dreams. They feel like, you know, their dreams and hopes were crushed. And, you know, so now they're just working on their own stability. But your energy is still, the two of you are still kind of holding on to each other. Let me see why this Knight of Cups is in reverse. This person is still trying to heal their energy. They're still trying to recover from this Tower moment between the two of you. I'm also hearing that the two of you have a lot of secrets together and you're both keeping each other's secrets. All right, so this doesn't normally happen, but the Knight of Cups came out complete, and it's a very important card because we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. It came out completely sideways, which tells me that you go back and forth in your mind trying to, you know, decide if you should reach out to this person or not. See, you want to reach out to them, but ultimately you haven't been in the past. You have all these feelings and emotions. This is definitely somebody you had this ending with. It could have been the ending of a marriage or a long-term connection. You're manifesting them coming towards you. And I don't feel like they're willing to do that. This person is moving away from the connection because they want to have peace. They want peace in their life. They're working on their own foundation. This could have been a codependent relationship as well. And I will say that this person is feeling a deep, deep sense of loss with regard to this connection. And that is also affecting, you know, whether or not they will reach out. Why is the High Priestess here? I feel like they want you to reach out. You want them to reach out. I feel like you go back and forth in your mind as to, you know, whether or not you will. And then ultimately you decide that no, you're not going to do it. But there's definitely feelings here. All right, we have the Five of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands. I feel like this may be an on again, off again type of connection. This person wants happiness and peace in their life, but they do want to talk to you. It does look like there was some communication between the two of you, but it wound up with you feeling upset. You were initially very happy about this communication, but it led to conflict between the two of you. And that conflict affected you in such a way that you felt that this person wasn't treating you properly. Yeah, I definitely feel like you're very conflicted about this person. I feel like you both are keeping a lot of your feelings and emotions secret from the other person. But this person, it looks like, came forward and said, hey, you are my happiness at some point. There was some communication here, but it led to conflict. It led to conflict here. So this person is intuitively trying to rebuild their own foundation, but they have not quite done so yet. They're still healing. They may feel like you're being a player, or that you're in and out, or perhaps they're in and out. Let me see the outcome. Show me the outcome between Gemini and this person. Show me the outcome. All right. We have the Four of Coins reversed. You might want to look at Cancer's reading, because Cancer also had this card in the same position. All right, we have the Tower reversed. We have the High Priestess reversed. And the Three of Swords reversed. This person has been heartbroken, this person in your energy. So I do feel like this is somebody that you may put on a pedestal a little bit. Yeah, you may put on a pedestal. I do feel like your intuition is telling you to move towards this person, and then you talk yourself out of this. So ultimately, Gemini, I feel like you're kind of saying, well, you didn't respect me. You didn't value what I was bringing to the table. This other person does. So I'm having to let you go. I'm having to release, this connection, and I'm going to have to walk away from this connection. This person that's in your energy actually has verbalized that they would like to rebuild this connection with you, but without secrets, without all the hidden things. And I feel like they also want you to come towards them. Even though they may have reached out in the past, there's this desire for, this is somebody who knows their value and their worth. They've done a lot of work on themselves, and they're healing from this Tower moment that occurred between the two of you. They're still healing, so they're not going to back down. They feel like you have chosen someone over them, and that broke their heart. So they're healing from that. You're both rebuilding your lives, and there's definitely feelings here. It's just so upsetting because you both have these feelings, but there's definitely like your own internal healing that is going on on each side. And it's almost a standoff that I'm seeing here between the two of you. And so because you're not coming towards them, you're nurturing and giving to another connection, this person feels heartbroken all over again. And they're saying, no, that's not what I deserve. I deserve better than that. I'm gonna build my own, stability. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to work at my own happiness. My happiness is important as well. And they may indeed be like either dating, or there may be somebody new that's in their energy as well. So you're walking away from this in order to move towards another connection that you do feel passionate about. You definitely do feel passionate about. So bottom of the deck is the Ten of Coins. That's the underlying energy. And it does indicate that you are trying to think about things from a long-term perspective. It does look as if you are surrounded by supportive friends or family. Your money is looking good. There could be some unexpected financial loss by the end of the week, but I don't feel like it's going to hold you back terribly. It doesn't look like it's a major factor in your life. And I do see that your money is looking good. There's something here you're moving towards with this Queen of Wands that is you consider to be long-term, and you do consider it to make you happy. And I feel like you are deciding to release this person and let go. So let's pull an oracle card. Yeah, you have the Moon. It's number 50. Now, that's a 5, and 5s are generally about changes. Again, I think that the Cancer bonus reading, there was a 5 in their oracle card too. So again, if you are dealing with a Cancer, you might want to look at that. All right, so it says, when you choose the symbol of the moon as your guide, you know that it is necessary to look beyond the obvious to know the truth of things. Sometimes people will say one thing and you have a weird feeling that they mean something else altogether. You have this power. You're being asked to use it now. Choose another card for a deeper look at what is really going on behind the scenes. Well, let's do that, okay? So you're being asked to look behind the scenes, to look deeper into this. So let's see. We see a lot of changes, all right? So you have number 7, High Priestess of Spirit. So let's see what that says. And this doesn't normally happen. I think we had this happen once. I can't remember. It might have been Leo last time where I had to pull 2 cards. It says, know that all things, events, and experiences are woven together like a magical web that can be seen only in the darkest night and not by human eyes. My child, everything that you need to know is part of the divine scheme of things. A meaningful coincidence, a blessed friendship, a lover, and a significant experience are all orchestrated to help you become the powerful being you were meant to become. No matter what is in front of you, something important is brewing. You will know the answer to what soon enough, but I keep secret the why. You may step forward knowing that some things are meant to remain a mystery. Ooh, that's heavy. That is so heavy. All right, Gemini. Well, I hope that this has been helpful for you. Just know that there is deeper meaning to what is going on here. The what and why will come later. But you are being asked to kind of look deeper into this. There's a divine plan at play. I hope this has been helpful for you. If you've resonated with this reading, Gemini, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. And until I see you guys in your next reading, Gemini, know that you are loved, and namaste.